Hello my dear friends, welcome back to my channel. Today's video I want to show you my new design I started stitching in Ukraine. I was there just a few weeks ago and I had other designs to stitch. Trust me, I have enough of whips, but I just could not stitch them for some reasons. And I went to my stash, of course, and I wanted to bring some designs with me to Brussels and something I was selling in Ukraine. So I saw this design which I have opened. The kit was open already. I tried to stitch this design probably 4 times, but I wanted to do it this year. So I started stitching, I could not stop. I stopped a week ago because I have my stuff laying on the table and I moved my table to another side of the apartment. I just could not find time to show you, to make a video for you. That's why I did not stitch this design for the past week. But anyways, this design, as it's written on the cover, I think it was made in 2013. Right here, 2013. This design was only made in China, and as I mentioned before, I tried to start it many times, but always something was on the way. And let me tell you, so far, and I'm sure it will be the easiest design from Dimensions Gold I have ever stitched. And because it's 14th count of Ada. Sorry for the wrinkles, they were not there a week ago. I don't know what's happened, but I did iron this piece. You know that I stitch on hoops, Nurgia hoops. They are the best for me. Sometimes I do stitch on Q-snap, but I prefer hoops over Q-snaps and over whatever I tried so far. So I did some back stitch as I was going, and yeah, there will be more back stitch here on a little ducks. So there, most of the design you stitch with half stitches, and they are with 4, 5, 6 strands of thread. And I was struggling in Ukraine because I did not have my favorite tulips needles. And I have all sizes, I have tons of them, and I just couldn't find the right needles to stitch back half stitches. It's very difficult for me, but having them, my time, the way I enjoy stitching it changed completely just because of the needles. And if you struggle with the same problem, just mind that those needles are the best. And I tried probably everything, whatever is in the market. So I'm planning to move up here and then slowly stitch the whole design. When you look at the chart, I think this top of the picture is the easiest, because it's just like, if you don't like to stitch background, then probably it won't be the design for you, because but it's really interesting to stitch it. It's really something I needed at the moment. And let me tell you, I thought I lost my stitching bug again because of other design. I was stitching sampler on 40th count from Reflet de Soie, and it's just one one thread, white, off white. I'm stitching, and I just, either I get bored, I do everything but not stitching. Just sometimes you need to change the design and just play like I'll continue stitching the other design. I just need to decide how I'll be stitching it, so I don't get bored from the other design. Maybe it will be half a day once a week. I mean, I'm calling half a day my cross stitch day, which is like maximum 2 hours, so maybe 1 hour a week I will be stitching it. And yeah, but the main reason I wanted to stitch this design, which I never ever like at the beginning, to me it was like, it's so ugly because of these horses. I like them so much. So this design called Winter Morning, and this is, I think, Frozen Morning or something like that. I think, I'm not sure, both of them out of print. For sure the horses are out of print, but they kind of look to me similar because of the colors, because of the look, and I imagine like really Frozen Morning. 5 o'clock, 5 a.m. Yeah, they're gorgeous, and I was lucky to get this design just when it was out of print. I was lucky enough. There are tons of backstitch compared to this design I'm teaching now, but very, very easy part here. I already see it, and yeah, just one of the things I would like to complete, because I'm a stitcher who loves to have a collection, and I like pair designs. Even the other one will be like super ugly, I would say ugly, but no, it's not ugly. I love this design so much, because you know what, when I look at this design, I am all inside that picture somewhere. Even, funny to say, I even feel how cold it is there. But I love ducks, I love mornings. For me it's the best time, and yeah, it's this design actually brought me to life when I'm stitching it. I'm just like, I can't stop it. And this is just like, I think 2 weeks. You know how slow I stitch right now, because I'm really busy with other stuff, but for me to have this result in just a few weeks, it's a lot. Also, the other design from Dimensions, I found out have a similar chart. There is a lighthouse with I think it's sunset, because it looks like sunset. Forgot the name, but it's also stitched on 14th count, and also the chart has most half stitches there. So both of them are equally easy, because I brought that design with me. I was looking for something easy, because right now I have designs which are difficult, and I need to win time, because I used to stitch a lot and now I don't. So I want to feel I'm still stitching a lot, because when you stitch Dimensions Gold in a month, and let's say 1 week, you can feel you're a champion. So as you can see, it's nothing difficult here. 14th count of Aida, and surprisingly, this Aida is really good quality. You know how much I dislike Aida made in China, the kits made in China, because the fabric is very tough. Okay, sometimes you can wash it, use the softener, and it will be better, but I sometimes use a lot of softener, and then it's become really soft. Also doesn't work for me that way. Very hard to make good tension. So yeah, this is what I started. I also have other 2 starts which I stitch sometimes when I have time at the Ukrainian center here, where I volunteer. So I'll show you quickly, because I did not really plan to show you all my whips, but this is what I stitch now. And I have Lanarte one on my cross stitch stand. So this is Give Thanks, and I just started, like I forgot the key for the other mill heel, and it was with me. I just started. It's really interesting to stitch, because basically it's nothing to stitch. Yeah, I love doing this satin stitch, and because it's going so fast. And it was like, I was just talking to some people there, some bit. Yeah, so it's time soon for Thanksgiving, if you celebrate it. And my other design, which I forgot the key, I wanted to stitch here and there, but it's coming slowly. don't have the preview because I don't know where is the preview. I don't know where is the key. Kind of lost everything. I only have a chart. So yeah. And let me start showing you my stuff I brought with me. Some of designs I bought previously in Ukraine. Some of them are new. So actually that gives thanks is a new design, but well, it's what I purchased in groups in Ukraine. We have very cool groups and I'm on them all the time because I do sell a lot. I did sell a lot, and also I bought some stuff which I wanted to, because all designs from Mill Hill, you know, they have ceramic button. This one I don't have ceramic button because this kit was given to me from my friend, cross-stitch friend, and everything in here except the button. But this button you can purchase. Some buttons you can still purchase on 123 Stitch or other websites selling cross-stitch stuff. But I'm happy. I probably will get it. Ask our lady in Ukraine who brings some stuff from United States. She said it's possible to get it, so I will be happy if she will bring it to me. This design also I got in Ukraine. It has this button. I like it so much because it's big and it's fun. I don't know when it will be stitched, but I took it with me maybe soon. Another design, it's also looks like fun to stitch because it's nothing to stitch. You know, when you have very little time and you're busy with something else. For example, like I can stitch at the Ukrainian center because I'm choosing some days where not too many people. I'm just sitting there alone for hours sometimes, you know. And obviously when people need help, I quickly hide everything and I'm talking to people. But yeah, the other design, this one was gifted to me from by my friend from my city, Zaporozhye. We met at the coffee shop and she gave it to me. I really like those shells, they're fun. I would like to get them if it will be possible, because honestly speaking, I don't really like the kits with new buttons now. I also like older designs because they are really interesting. Look at this snowman, and it has a lot of stuff. I wish I could buy more of all designs. And just now I got my two favorite Mill Hill designs, which was like really hard. I thought I will never get them because they are a long time out of print. Another design, it's also Mill Hill, but it's supposed to be stitched on a fabric, and it was gifted to me by Karen from UK, from London. Hi Karen. And yeah, there are a series of these angels and I have to stitch it as well, but I need to have my stand with me because you stitch it not on perforated paper, you stitch it on the fabric. But I promised myself to stitch it. I will, just because it was a treasure gift to me. And it has lots of treasures here and beads, very very interesting. Those beads from somewhere else, they're just leftovers. And the last one is pomegranate. Here the button like this. Oh my god, I want this one so bad. And also the owl, my friend stitched it and it's so much fun. Never saw this one, the fairy garden with mushrooms. It's cool. So this is what I got from Mill Hill. I also have kits, and guys, this is not one day purchase, like it was maybe for 2 years, maybe even more. I can't remember when the last time I was showing the full video of this stuff. Okay, let me clean the table quickly and I will show you the rest what I want to show. So remember, these needles are the best. I would love to stitch everything with them, but they're very expensive, so I keep them sometimes for just for half stitches, and sometimes when I want to spoil myself. Actually, I forgot to show you the threads for that design because for those ducks. Completely out of shape making video, but have a look very quickly. You know, I braid organizer, and this is like after almost 50% stitch design. This is still in great condition. Sometimes I rebraid it if it's too messy, but it's fine. And the spare, it was much more, but yeah, the spare threads here, it's quite heavy, to be honest, especially at the beginning. So what else I've got? I've got 2 mandalas on Facebook in Ukraine, not in Chatelaine resale group, no. This is mandala, where is the name? I have 2 pieces of fabric. I'm not sure if I will be stitching on them. Hydrangea Autumn Fog mandala. I've got the bead peg for hydrangea, but when the lady was selling the whole threads, I think it's from this one, not from the lighthouses, because one is this hydrangea, another one is lighthouse sampler. This is mandala. So these are the threads. I just will show you very quickly because it's not too much fun to look at every thread. But yeah, it was purchased on European Cross Stitch website. And another mandala, I have lighthouses sampler. Unfortunately, don't know how to put for you preview. Don't know what's my new computer has completely different programs now, and it will be another year till I edit the video, so I will show you this very quickly. I hope to stitch it also very soon, but this is the bead peg for those lighthouses. If you're into mandalas, you will know which lighthouses I'm talking about, and the threads are just gorgeous, especially this one. Oh my god, I love looking at threads. It's just like, just looking at them, I'm so inspired, and I imagine how much joy I will have stitching with them. So yes, hopefully it will be stitched soon. I show you in my previous video, I'm stitching mini mandala, the star. It's a sword star. There are 4 of them, and well, 4 of them which I have kitted once, and after that I will be stitching the big mandala, which is a companion piece for those little stars, and it's called Herbalarius mandala. So not sure if I will use this fabric. This one is for the lighthouses and the other one for the hydrangea. We'll see. When it will be time, I will decide if I'll stitch on this fabric or no. But next, I would like to show you another gorgeous design. Again, I'm sorry, I don't have a preview because it's PDF chart, and it's called Tea Party. I don't know why. Also, I bought this from the same lady who was selling mandala. Actually, I'm buying from her a lot, especially mandalas. I bought from her like almost everything she was selling. With the time, it's not like in one day. She dispatched her stuff since 2018, and I was slowly buying stuff from her. This is a gigantic piece of fabric. I'm sure I will need much less, but it's good to have it. It's good to have some linen. Sometimes you decide to stitch something and you don't want to wait when the order comes. But this design called Tea Party, and it's very different from usual Victoria Sampler designs, but it's really nice. I love it very, very much. This design is great, and I hope it will be easy to stitch because everything I want now is easy. These are stuff for my Nora Corbett designs. These are Granics. I was collecting them, something I was buying here and there. So I'll show you when, if I will stitch, I will show you what it was for. But people who are very into Nora Corbett and Mirabilia designs probably already guess. which designs I collected this for, and write me in the comments if you guessed. Another stuff, yeah, Mirabilia, talking about Mirabilia. So I have tons of fabric which I brought from home, and some of them were gifted to me. So again, I was just getting my stash because you all know my apartment was ruined by missile, not all gone, just the balcony and the bedroom destroyed, but I kept my cross-stitch stash in there. So we moved stuff, and I just, you know, having this stress, I just wanted all my stuff with me. I could not take all my fabric with me, but some colors I wanted to I wanted to stitch Luda on this fabric, Mirabilia Luda. This is piece of fabric dyed by Ukrainian lady. Where is her Instagram? Oh, here is her Instagram, in case you're curious, because she's very talented one, and I don't order from her. Whatever I see I like, sometimes I buy. Well, not whatever, I just like got from her a few pieces, but it was for sale. Just something people probably ordered and never bought it, or I don't know. This is, I think, no, this is from Ekaterina, which is, I also love this one, in case you're curious or you're looking for some new fabric ideas. So she is also one of my favorite because I've stitched on her fabric already a few designs, and this is the same lady, the first lady. This is Edinburgh, 36 count, but I love the color, so I probably will stitch something on it, but we'll see. Also, this was gifted to me from Cheryl. I have also more fabric from her. I keep it. I will definitely use it in Mirabilias or some samplers, whatever will be fitting. They're beautiful, and I already see a few designs I could stitch on them. Yellow is pretty. This one. So I'm thinking about this one from Cheryl as well, what to do. And this one from Ekaterina. So these two pieces of fabric, and probably no, not this one, not a gray one, it's too gray. Purple, I wanted, yes, this was also from another Ukrainian lady, but she's not dyeing fabric anymore. After the war started, she was gone somewhere. I don't know which country she left, but she was my #1 dyer in Ukraine, and I'm happy. I was insane about her work, and I bought a lot before the war, because at that time it was really difficult to order stuff from, not difficult, but didn't want to deal with double shipping and waiting time. Sometimes parcels get lost, many things could happen, you know. So this Mirabilia I got just now before I went, in Ukraine, and one of the most beautiful Mirabilias from Nora Corbett. She designed in 2023, I think, of course after Luda. Blackbird, but no, I think it's definitely something different from those ladies. And I first ordered this fabric for her, but I'm kinda now doubting if it's a little bit too bright, you know, because this fabric, I know it's black over here, I don't know, I can see it's a little, I have darker fabric. And I was thinking to replace this fabric. I wanted to stitch Rosamut on this one. I will see, I will check. And the other darker fabric used it for Blackbird, but I will think. Also, I could stitch her on this fabric, but I wanted to stitch Florentina on this one. But could be interesting on this piece of fabric. I will put threads and I will check what is the best for her, because I want her to be pretty. I think now I'm kind of all for this fabric. I just don't know. I think it will be pretty. Or this one as well. So what I usually do, I sometimes, when I doubt myself, I put all the threads here, cranik, whatever is used in the design. I take the picture out and I'll just ask people what they think. But I think this fabric will be great. And this fabric Cheryl gave it to me. So I can use her gift and I can make it really nice. But I just don't want the design be too busy. So decisions, you know. Looks kind of pretty. I will think. I still have to go through some pictures on Facebook group and see what people stitching. Unfortunately, I don't know where is a piece of paper from this fabric, because I had it. I had the name of the company and I don't know where it is now, but we'll see. I definitely have fabric for her. I just have not decided which one I'm gonna use, but I will. Also bought the bead pack. Oh, here it is. So this is Galaxy Mystic Fabrics Lugana Opal Pearlescent 32nd count. So we all know now the name. And I have here some bead packs I bought. This one is for Blackbird. It's interesting. This is for the tea. I did not know that I bought bead pack for this one, so it's my second bead pack, but no problem. I will resell it or I will leave it for other Mirabilis. The thing is, it's very rare when I buy doubles. This bead pack was here in Brussels, and I probably either forgot or whatever. Or maybe I was checking what I have in Ukraine, but this is, I think, 2019 design or 20, can't remember. And another bead pack for these gorgeous mermaids. Can't wait to start stitching them as well. No, the green one will be too much for this design. It will blend it. It will blend it, but it will be great to stitch on it. And just this one will be the same color. No, I'll find fabric for those. What else do I have, which I did not show you? Maybe I did show you before, but this is smaller count, more for samplers. I do love stitching samplers. I just don't feel my mood now for samplers, but I always thinking about them and I love them, and there are so many new designs coming in the market, and I stopped buying everything a long time ago. Sometimes I just like trying to not to think about purchasing anything because I don't even have a mood sometimes. But I do love them all, and I also have tons of things started stitching. So this is Newcastle from, it's a full yard. I can't even remember for which design I bought it, because again, some stuff I'm showing you, they were purchased long time ago. This one I bought, I remember I bought it just to have in my stash, because this is kind of neutral color and it can be used for many other things. I have few pieces of fabric was gifted to me. This is from just my subscriber in Ukraine. She was dyeing some fabric, she gave it to me for some designs, and they are a bit brighter, but I think at some point I'm gonna use them. This is one very gentle. Oh, another. This is also from Ekaterina. Which count it is? Looks like 28, but it's written like 32nd. Somehow it looks like 28, but also beautiful color. Could be good for this design. It's kind of very similar. But I now see her more on a purple one. Maybe it's too much purple one, but this is what I see. And this is also beautiful color. Okay, this is all about fabrics and Mirabilia. I also got a lot of kits. Some of them I already started, so they're not in purchase anymore. And yeah, let me just clean these Mirabilias very quickly. So I really love Lanarte, and I actually started stitching with Lanarte kits. Some of them I saw and I remember from the time when I started, and some of them I couldn't afford that time back in days when I was a student. So this cat, I remember, was in our store in Ukraine. I sometimes post pictures and videos when I'm going there, so you might be familiar with the store I'm talking about. If you're following me on Instagram, if you're not, I think I actually made a video, not sure. But this is really large count, and I don't know if I'm gonna be stitching on this count. It's like, I don't see the size here, but looks like 11th count. I think it's the biggest count. I have never stitched on such a big count in my life. I don't know how I'll be stitching it. Also, it's white on white. Maybe it will be really hard to stitch in it. Or maybe I could change the fabric to completely different, you know, like for example, I'm just seeing it now, not with print, but this color, but plain, you know. So the cat will be more pop up, or maybe it will be not that beautiful. I don't know. Maybe we'll take something lighter than this one. Maybe it will be even cool, white on white. I don't know. I will think while I'll be starting stitching it. Sometimes I really love when people replace Lanarte fabrics. Very rare. Usually I like it on original one. And Lanarte much harder to get than Dimensions out of print kits. So you have to be like really patient when you're looking for something, because it can take forever to find them. Another design was also gifted to me, and everything in here. I love Shepherd's Bush, and when I saw it I was like, oh, because this kind of design, they're pricey now. They're also out of print, some of them. I don't know which one. I don't follow Blackbirds. I actually even stopped following Mirabilia, which one is out of print fabrics, because, or not, sorry, fabrics, charts, because I got all the charts already, and I just have to buy a newest one, which I like don't buy lately, but slowly I will buy. But I know they're not gonna be out of print anytime soon, so I have few more years to get them slowly. So from Bootzilla I had a dream kit, and tadam, it's here, and it's called Cottage Wheel Balloons. You remember I was stitching Dimensions Balloon Glow, I think the name of the design, with balloons. This kit I was hunting on eBay for many years. Never saw it really. I once saw it online in one of those groups where you can stitch designs, but I never saw the kit. And one day I was looking at on Instagram. I'm like, really, I don't even have time lately to check Instagram feed. So I was just like thinking about something, and you know those times when you just scroll, you don't understand what you're doing. And then I saw this design. I was like, no way, no way. And I follow some ladies who are selling all designs to Ukraine. Some of them living in Europe, some of them living in Ukraine. And I was like, that cannot be true. And it's probably someone purchased it already, because this is a treasure. I think out of all my Bootzilla kits, this is one of the rarest. And I have, I think, almost all what I wanted to have. I don't have some bouquets, but with the time I will get it leftovers if I will have enough time from my friends. I helped some of my friends to buy some of these floral designs, which at that time I didn't really wanted to have in my collection, but then I was like, maybe I would love to have them. And I told my friends, look, I help you to find them, stitch them, give me the chart and some samples of threads so I can stitch it, if I will have enough time to stitch it, if I will still have desire to stitch it. But let me tell you how difficult this chart is. Just look at the design, how many details, how much confetti. It's nothing compared to the ducks which I'm stitching now, but when it's stitched you will appreciate it, because the beauty of this work you will be able to see. I mean, this is nothing, we're talking about nothing when we just look at the cover, at the preview, because all the beauty will be in the stitch design. I open it, of course, I look at the chart, I did not sort the threads, but there are tons of them. And good thing it's 14th count of I think it's even weave. Which year this design? I'm trying to 2012. But it's one of my favorite design from Dimensions. Also, Nikki Boimi, they use in Bootzilla designs as well. So few of them I do have in Bootzilla by Nikki Boimi. Yeah, it's 28 count white even weave, but I love the fabric from Bootzilla kits. Your cross stitches are amazing compared on others. I mean, linen, yes, of course, it will be nice as well. What else I want to say about this design? I just can't wait to start stitching it, but I need to finish at least cardinals, because I first need to have an organizer. I have all organizers busy now, and I'm actually finishing now Hydrangea from Lonarte, but I don't have organizer for her. So whenever it will be free organizer, I will decide which design I wanna put there. But most likely it will be Mirabilia, because it's time for me to stitch Mirabilia. I kind of miss my Mirabilias. Oh, actually I have chart out of because I wanted to show you the chart. So I was making video previously in Ukrainian, and here you see the key, quite large, but similar from Dana's Roses, but this design no way close to Dana's Roses. Just look. And back stitch, and I'm just showing little part just for you to understand. But this is the top, this is the easiest part. The bottom one. It's fun part. Okay, so I don't lose the charts. Another design I got because I wanted to have some vintage. Usually it's not my type of designs. No way I will get it before, but definitely I'm gonna replace Ada here. Just want to stitch it, and I love bouquets, you know, and I love roses, so it's gonna talk to me. This Ada is great. Probably can use it in other Dimensions kits or whatever, and but it's a bit complicated when you look at the chart. Still I love it also because I think here also got Hydrangea and roses, both of my favorite flowers. Lanarte. So this design has a pear one, the rose, and I was too late to buy the rose as well. I was like talking to the lady who is selling, like, next time you bring a rose, keep it for me, because I cannot have one design and not to have a pear or a brother or sister for this design. But because it's printed fabric, you need to have the same look, you need to stitch on it. But actually you can replace the fabric. If you're not into this kind of stuff, you can stitch it on a smaller count. It's all up to you. And parrots, again, I was talking to you previously, and I was telling you that some designs I remember from my past, and it's kind of nostalgia to me. Maybe I would not like them now, but I saw them stitched with Dana's roses in one Instagram account, and I remember them from long time ago. So I decided to get them. I was thinking a lot to buy them or not to buy, but I was like, no, they're pretty. But it's easy stitch, I'm sure, because Lanarte, they usually are easy stitch, and it's the most relaxing designs. Well, at least older ones, like this one. Another old design from Lanarte, and all of them, they're out of print. The one I'm showing you now, this design, I can see I already cut the organizer. This design also stitched on, I think, 27th count. But I love sunflowers in cross stitch too much. And yeah, especially this part, the bottom part, is so much fun. Really pretty. This design, I have never tried this company, and I like the flowers, you know. It's my favorite thing to stitch: flowers, mermaids, mirabilias. This is all me, and never tried this company before. Ludelis. It has anchor threads. I think I already opened it and I checked the chart. Can't remember. But it's also very pretty design. Another out of print kit, which was on my list for a long time. And again, find Lanarte in Europe, it's much easier than in the United States. So that's why I think they bring in a lot of to Ukraine, and I'm only the one person who getting them from Ukraine, not from Europe, where I live right now. Dimensions. This is design has another two at least, which is, I think, companions of sister and brothers. Unfortunately, I don't have it with me. This design 2009, the year when Dimensions moved to to China. But this is the kit also made in United States, and the fabric, yeah, the fabric is great. But I think I will replace it. Most likely I will replace it. It's must be the upgrade. Yeah, I love this simplicity, but will be quite a lot backstitch for normal collection dimensions. Another Lanarte, old Lanarte. It has another few designs, but I want to stitch this design on a smaller count. Not sure if it will look good, but we'll see when the time will come. Very easy chart, and you can see this is really old Lanarte because of threads were not sorted on an organizer. You have to do it by yourself. Yeah, it's interesting. Again, this both designs, this one and where is the Butzilla? It's something I wanted to stitch. I was just showing you that Butzilla. It's hidden now somewhere. But the roses and hydrangeas, both of them, it's like antique design for me. Okay, let me remove this part. I have very few designs left, actually two. So if you're tired, don't be. These dogs are super rare design, very hard to find. People who collect in Lanarte, they know how difficult to get this design, and it's not much to stitch, but they look amazing. And on your wall, if you decide to frame it one day, they will look great. They will make your house or your room very stylish. If you're into having your cross stitch on the walls. Some cross stitchers, believe me or not, they don't like to have the cross stitch on the walls. I only wanted to have every of my design I've stitched on the wall, but now I am not at all. Maybe I will have one or two, but not like the whole wall. Especially after all these latest things happening in my country, I prefer to have my designs I've stitched in a roll, because I always can hold them. I always can take them somewhere with me. I have it as a phobia now. And Ashanti woman. Remember, I was stitching African woman. So I think this one will be like continuation of the story. It's not her pair design, whatever it is. It just like have a collection of stitching ladies from Lanarte. I have others as well, some of them in Ukraine, but this is what I have it here. And it will be stitching on a white fabric. I saw her stitch before I got it. I saw her stitch, I really like it. And she's also very interesting and very rare when you can see people stitching this design. I think that's it. I'm not that tired as after I was making Ukrainian video, because I have to think constantly which words to use, because I am not talking in Ukrainian as often as in English, but now more obviously. But that's it. I can hear Daniel coming back from school. So thank you for staying with me, and thank you for all your likes and comments. I'm always happy to receive them. I will leave my Instagram down below if you're interested to see my pictures. And again, I miss you, and I will see you soon. Bye guys.